Peace. Once again coming at you guys with another video. Paul. So this particular video it's a credit tip. But this video is how to lower your credit card debt without paying. Now, first things first, guys who are not ready, get your pen and your papers, get ready to take some notes. Just like I tell you in every one of my videos, alright? These jewels, capture these jewels for free, baby. Now, right here, I'm going to teach you guys, this is something simple that you can do in order to lower your credit card debt without having to pay. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about, right? Now, let's say you have $1,000 credit card limit, right? Now, let's say your balance is $300. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a better example because we're lowering it. Let's say you have $1,000 limit on your credit card, and yeah, I'm going to write it out for you. Say your credit card limit is $1,000, but what you owe is $500. So that means that your debt to credit ratio right here, this is the formula to calculate how much you owe versus your credit limit. Now, this is the safe number. You always want to stay no more than 30%, right? That's so whatever they give you, this is your safe number. You do not want to pass this number. Now, right, what happens is right here, if you owe $500 on a $1,000 credit card, right now your limit is 50%. Now, what happens is the more you owe and the higher your debt to credit ratio goes, the lower your credit score becomes, because the lenders perceive it as a potential risk, right? So you always want to stay in the pocket, stay in the comfort zone. So now in this particular scenario, so now what happens is, in order to lower, let's say you wanted to lower it to get to our 30%. But before I'm going to get to that, I just want to go over this particular formula for you guys. Now, if you wanted to calculate your debt to credit ratio, this is the formula. You take your credit card debt and you divide it by the credit card limit. And that's going to give you your ratio. So this is the example I gave you. This is where we're trying to get to 30%. So this would be, let's say your debt is $300. Divide that by your $1,000 limit. The ratio should come out to 30%. That's your safe zone. That's in the pocket. That's where we want to be in this particular scenario. Now, for the sake of this example, right now we're at $500, right, on a $1,000 limit credit card. So now our ratio is 50%. So in order for us to get here, this is what you would do. One of the methods you can do. Now, what you can do is this. You can call your credit card provider and request an increase on your credit limit. Now, what that would do is it'll offset how much you owe towards your credit card limit. For example, if this were the limit, right? Let's say you have, matter of fact, a better example. Let's say if this were the limit, right? $1,000, you owe $500. You had a 50% ratio. If they increased it to $1,500, another $500 on your credit limit, that would push this 50% down to 30%. So now you'll be at your safe zone in the pocket. So if you have a $1,000 limit, you don't want to pass $300. That's your safe zone. That's 30%. Over here, for the sake of this example, if you owed $500 and you requested another, and your credit limit is $1,000, and you requested an increase in your credit limit, let's say you requested another $500, you have a $1,500 limit versus your credit card debt, which would make it 30% as opposed to 50%. All right? So that's one way you guys can sit here and offset your debt to credit ratio without actually coming out your pocket. Now, another thing you guys be mindful of doing is when you do this, ask your credit card provider, is this going to be a soft or a hard pull on your credit report? The difference is a soft pull is not going to affect your credit score. A hard pull might affect your credit score. All right? So you can ask your provider whether it's a a hard pull or a soft pull, etc. But this is definitely a way that can help you lower your debt to credit ratio without you coming out your pocket and have to pay anything up front. All right, just another tip for you guys. We're gonna keep them all going. You can follow us on Instagram at Mr. Flip These Bricks. Follow us on Facebook at Mr. Flip These Bricks. Subscribe to the YouTube page at Mr. Flip These Bricks. It's free game. Why not come get it?